Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Teams Fest. I hope you're having a great conference. I'm Kunal Kankariya and I'll be talking about Microsoft Teams app templates today. Um, yeah, so let's get started with that. A little about me before we dive into today's topic. I'm Kunal Kankariya, a Principal Solutions Architect at Infotech. I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer. Prior to joining Infotech, I was working with Hexaware as a modern workplace architect. I've also worked with organizations like CGI, Cognizant, and Infosys over the years. That's roughly about 11 years of experience. Started with SPS 2003, all the way to Microsoft 365 now. Yeah, so it's been a long journey. Mm. I also blog at kksimplifies.com about all things Microsoft 365. So do check out my website, guys. You can reach out to me through LinkedIn, Twitter, or through my blog. Yeah, that's about me. Thank you. A bit about Infotech. Infotech is a young firm with experienced consultants specializing in information governance and protection. We have been Microsoft partners since 2013 and leading consultants pioneering the design of Microsoft Advanced Data Governance Roadmap and making it relevant to our global clients. Our team is proud to have been the pathfinders and have successfully transitioned several large global enterprises to modern automated information governance standards in Microsoft 365. We work closely with Microsoft Engineering to define and improve Microsoft information governance and protection offerings for Microsoft 365 and beyond. We do not sell any additional software or licenses. We only focus on bringing maximum value of what you've got already. That's Microsoft 365. Okay, so the agenda for today, for this session goes like this. First, we'll get to know what apps in MS Teams really are. Then I'll give you an overview about Microsoft Teams app templates, some of the key benefits of using app templates. I'll also talk about an app template called custom stickers and EPrescription. So we'll be talking about two app templates actually in this session. We'll then look at the components involved in the application and also see a demo of the app itself. I'll also highlight some of the notable app templates that are available out there. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Okay, so what are Teams apps? Teams apps provide a mechanism to implement custom requirements and are enablers to extend what Teams can do for you to drive productivity for your end users. Apps can either be tabs, messaging extension, bots, or webhooks, or a combination of all of these. So how do you get apps to your Teams? Right? Apps can be added to Teams via the Teams store. These are ready-to-use apps like Forms, Excel, OneNote, and all the other 600 plus apps that are currently available in the Teams store. Basically, you just add these apps to Teams and start using them. Then we have custom apps that can be developed to suit your unique business requirements. These custom apps can be pro code apps that are developed from scratch, and then they have to go through the whole cycle of packaging and deployment to get them into Teams. The other alternative is to develop apps rapidly, is to use low code or no code platforms, right? Which can be say Power Platform, for instance. And another really cool approach to get app into Teams is using app templates. Right? They only have to go through the deployment cycle. You don't even have to write a single line of code to get them into Teams. Okay, as explained in the previous slide, there is a trade-off based on the method you choose to surface your apps in Teams. The trade-off is between the ability to customize these apps versus the time taken to get the apps to your end users. So there are ready-to-use apps that are installed from the Teams store. As I said, they are immediately deployed and added, but they cannot be customized. Then you have the low-code apps developed using the Power Platform that can be customized, but will take longer than app templates to be shipped to your customers or end users because you still need to develop them. Then you have app templates, on the other hand, that only require deployment and can be customized or built on top of what is already existing. The last one is apps that are developed from scratch. These will require a lot of time before end users can get their hands on them. However, they give maximum flexibility in terms of customization. So these are the type of apps that you can actually deploy and get apps into Teams. So what are app templates for Microsoft Teams? I just wanted to quickly clarify one thing before we dive into app templates. I've often found that folks generally mistake app templates for team templates. That's generally because of the naming convention. Teams templates are essentially pre-built definitions of a team structure. They're completely different from app templates. So with that, let's get to know what app templates actually are. App templates are open source apps for Microsoft Teams. These are generally line of business apps that are available on GitHub. App templates solve common collaboration challenges and solve some real world problems, which may be industry specific or are prevalent across different industry types. They generally contain tabs, bot, messaging extension, web apps, or they can be a combination of all of these. One important thing to note is that while the apps are fully open source and available for free, you will be responsible for paying any subscription costs that are associated with the components of the app, like Azure or the licensing of the Power Platform, whatever component is actually being used in the app template itself. Okay. With that, let's look at some of the key benefits of using app templates, which will also help further our understanding of app templates. App templates are production-ready apps. They follow all the best practices that are to be followed while implementing or developing an app, be it around security considerations, performance, code, quality, or telemetry. They have been developed keeping all the core aspects of app development in mind. They provide a plug-and-play experience. You don't need to write a single line of code. Just deploy the app and start using it. They come with all the scripts or packages required for deployment. In some cases, the deployment is also single click. Some app templates do have some complex deployment steps. However, to facilitate this, each app template has a comprehensive deployment guide with step-by-step instruction about the process of deployment. Just follow the deployment guide and the app should be up and running in Teams. There are chances that app deployment fails due to some error. This generally happens. For this, app templates also have some troubleshooting tips that list some commonly encountered issues that you might face during deployment. If you are still unable to resolve those issues, you can raise an issue on GitHub. All app templates also contain documentation that provide an overview of the app, the detailed solution architecture, any data store the app uses, deployment guide, telemetry, and troubleshooting tips. And perhaps one of the most important benefits of app templates is that they are customizable. The source code or app packages are available on GitHub for you to clone, to modify to suit your requirements and all that. You can enhance these apps with your custom branding or include additional functionality. Since the time to market is relatively faster for app templates, you can run pilots for your app ideas with small group of users, get feedback, and test if the idea picks up. Right? It's a great way to test an idea that you have for an app in Teams. This is particularly true for me. App templates also provide a great learning experience for developers. They can serve as reference app for developers. App templates follow all the best practices and provide scenarios for integration with various other apps and services. Yeah. So these are some of the key benefits of using app templates. Okay, let's look at one of the app templates. It's called custom stickers. Custom stickers is an app template that enables users to share custom stickers and GIFs in your chat conversation. Teams or users can upload custom stickers and use them instead of using the pre-built ones that are already present in Teams. This app template has four major components. The first one is Azure functions. The Teams messaging extension is an Azure function that implements a single search command for users to search stickers. Then there is an Azure web app. This is a configuration app that allows you to upload and configure stickers that are made available to end users. Behind the scenes, there is an Azure storage that is also provisioned, which is used to store the stickers, and also all the metadata that's related to the stickers goes there. And of course, MS Teams, the messaging extension is deployed in Teams, and the whole app is available in Teams as well. Okay, let's look at the key steps involved in the deployment of the app template. This app template's deployment is probably one of the simplest in terms of all the deployments. All the app templates that are present there. Right? So the key steps are: the first, you register to Azure Active Directory apps, one for the messaging extension and other for the configuration web app. Then a single-click deployment of essential Azure resources using the ARM template. You then configure the apps that you registered in step one. You create and upload the Teams package as a messaging extension app. That's it. When you're done with all these steps, your custom stickers app should be ready for you to use in your Teams tenant. So let's have a look at the demo of how this app works. So this is the configuration web app where you can see stickers. Users can click on add new and choose a GIF file that they want to add. So I have a GIF file, and if you see, you just go and add the keywords that you want your users to use to search for this particular sticker. It can be any keywords, comma separated or separated by space. So yeah, here we upload the sticker, we click on submit sticker, and this should get submitted. And if you see that it gets added to the list of stickers that you already have. You can add one more sticker. I'm just adding one more now, and these are essentially GIF files. One of the important things that you will notice here is these are animated GIF stickers as well, right? And once you upload them, you just click on submit sticker. They get uploaded to the Azure storage account in the backend, and then Azure table is also used to store the metadata. You just click on update messaging extension so that the update is propagated to the actual messaging extension. I go back to the Teams interface now. Since I've already deployed the app, it's available. You just click on the messaging extension there at the bottom of your conversation. We'll search for a sticker called thanks, since we just uploaded one. And if you see, the search works and we're able to send the sticker out. So we'll just search for one more sticker that I already had for happy birthday, and then I think we'll be done with the demo. So if you see, these are animated stickers. The app which is already present, the default app that's present there in the Team store or the apps template store on GitHub does not have animation, right? So what I'd done was actually fork the app, change the code to support animation, and that's how it was just like about 5 lines of code that I needed to change to get animation up and running. So with that, it's so easy to customize it as well, right? That's what I wanted to actually show. Let's look at another app template that's called EPrescription. That is focus on what teams can do for our first line workers and really enable them during this ongoing pandemic. So here's an app template called EPrescriptions for our medical professionals. Amidst the pandemic, many governments issued guidelines to decongest the healthcare facilities, and doctors should guidelines were issued that doctors should start consulting patients remotely. A part of the problem is sending prescriptions to the patient after the remote consultation with the doctor. This is a challenge because after each appointment, admin and doctors need to coordinate, make sure the prescription details are captured accurately and sent out to patients on time. The ePrescriptions app is designed to automate this process of sending out prescriptions to patients via email without any manual intervention from admins. Admins have their own interface through which they can configure some settings of the app, like the format of the ePrescription, and also manage the doctor's database. Doctors can view all appointments for a day in a single list view. They have an interface of their own for each appointment, and ePrescription can be filled out, previewed, and then sent as an email to the patient along with any other attachments the doctor wishes to send. The doctors can also view the generated ePrescription. The various components that are involved in the making of this app are the first one is Power Apps. The admin and doctors interface that I just talked about are built on Power Apps. Then there is Microsoft Bookings. This is used to surface a link for patients to fill out a form to book a consultation with the choice of the doctor. This is also a public link that is accessible by anyone. Then there's SharePoint. This is mainly the backend of the whole application as such. All the relevant details are stored in the SharePoint list. Then you have Power Automate. There are a total of 5 Power Automate flows used in this app. These are mainly used to propagate the data between Power Apps, Bookings, and SharePoint, right? So it ties all of them together and establishes a workflow between these 3 apps. Power Automate is also used to send out the e-prescriptions to the patients in a PDF format. And of course, we have MS Teams. The admin and doctor interface are surfaced inside of MS Teams to facilitate collaboration and ease of communication between the admins and the doctors. There's Outlook. Bookings that are created are actually calendar appointments for doctors. The Outlook connector is also used to send out emails to patients and other notifications that are sent out by the app through Outlook connectors. So these are the major components that are involved in the making of this app. Let's also look at the key deployment steps that are available for e-prescription app template. First, you need to enable the bookings app in MS Teams and then create a new booking calendar for organization. Then it's a good idea to have two teams created in MS Teams, one for the doctors and one for the admins, so that the respective apps can surface within those teams. Create the necessary SharePoint lists. Don't worry, you don't have to create them manually. There's a Power Automate flow, which is a part of the deployment package, um, which will create all these lists for you. You then need to import and configure the Power Apps application and the Power Automate flows. Once done, you can add the Power Apps to the relevant teams that you have created. Finally, publish the bookings page so that it's live for your end users, which are our patients in this case. The detailed deployment steps are present in GitHub. Yeah, so that's about it. Let's also have a look at the demo of the app that I have deployed in my tenant. So this is the admins teams where the e-prescriptions admin app is present. Really two options for the admins. One is to configure the e-prescription. This is a one-time activity that generates a preview of the e-prescription, what it will look like, and the essential details that go into the e-prescription, right? And there's another option to manage the doctor's database for the admins as well. So let's look at configure e-prescriptions first. So as you see, when this particular interface opens, there are options like you can include the logo of your hospital, the name of your organization, which is in all probably or likelihood it's going to be hospital's name, right? And the email of your hospital where you want your patients to reach out to in case they want to contact you, the phone number of your hospital, the address, and the e-prescription number prefix. So this is the prefix that will be used to generate all your e-prescriptions. Uh, and once you update these details, they are updated um, real time on the right hand side for you to preview. Once you're happy with the template of the prescription and fine with the details, just click on submit and the template is stored. So, and then you can go back and add new doctors as and when they join the hospital. So you have the ability to add new doctors, the details of the doctors, like the name of the doctor, um, the qualification, the registered number that they have, if they have any registration number specific to their qualification, or countries, most of the countries have some registration numbers that the doctors are supposed to get, and the doctor's email ID, of course. Yeah. So these are some of the details that you can configure. So I'll just go ahead, type them out and click on submit. So once the doctor details are submitted successfully, we are all set. So this is the bookings interface, which is available for the end users to book consultation. So you can see the users can come to this page. They can select a doctor or a staff. In our case, they are doctors, of course. They can see the real-time availability of that particular doctor and book a session. And they can add the name, email, phone number, give out any additional details that they want to share with the doctor or the admin of the hospital, and then just book a consultation. So just fill out some details here: the name, the email address, and the phone number. Yeah. And then you can click on book. This does take some time, and once you're done, you will also be able to reschedule the booking via the same link. You get an email also with the confirmation of the booking. We'll just see that shortly. If you see, we've got an alert saying that you've got a confirmation email as well. So you can go ahead and reschedule a booking if you want. You can cancel the booking, or you can even make a new booking. So let's go ahead and see the email of this particular user who actually booked for a consultation. Um, and if you see, the patient has got an email saying that the booking has been confirmed. There's also a link to the bookings form again in case they want to change their appointment or cancel it or schedule a new one. So that's the interface for the end users who want to make that booking. Let's go and see what the doctor's interface looks like. And there's a separate theme for the doctors. Yes. So if you see here, there is an appointment that is already scheduled, has already been added into the doctor's calendar, and they can go ahead, and let's assume that they're done with the consultation, right? They just come to their app, they want to generate the prescription, they see all the details about the patient name, the phone number, the email, um, and they can just start typing the medication that they want to prescribe. Uh, so here I'm just writing about some hypertension medication, yeah, some high cholesterol medication. Right? So there's also an option to preview all the details in case you made some mistakes. You want to go back and rectify that. For instance, I did not specify uh, the unit of the medication, which is mg in our case. Um, just go back and submit it. And once this gets submitted, a e-prescription number gets generated. The doctor can also click on the view link, and e-prescription that gets generated is in a PDF format, and this can also be viewed by the doctor. So behind the scenes, there is a lot of Power Automate that pulls up the template and then attaches all the values, and actually creates a templatized version of a PDF from a Word document, right? Uh, and also the end user gets an email, as you see, with the prescription. So that's about it. I mean, that's the demo of the e-prescriptions app. Let's go ahead and, yeah, so that was the demo. Um, and what I've done here is now some cherry picked one of a few app templates. The first one is the icebreaker app template. There are a lot of them, so I've just cherry picked a few ones. This is a bot basically that pairs two random team members for a meetup each week, that actually helps build a tightly knit team. Right. There's also an app template called as attendance. It's a Power Apps app to track attendance, particularly in a learning or training setup. Um, the admins can also view a summarized report for the entire group or for a particular individual. Um, there's an app called Celebrations. This app helps team members celebrate each other's birthdays, anniversaries, or any other recurring events by sending messages on all the selected teams on their special day. Then there's another app template called Quick Responses. Using the Quick Responses app in Microsoft Teams, users can build their library of quick responses and use the messaging extension to search and insert the quick response in a compose box. Um, this saves a lot of time and effort, right? This is particularly useful in fields such as technical support, where quick responses to frequently asked questions is an effective solution for both customers and technical professionals. Then this company communicator, send intended people to a large number of people in your organization, or even to all of your employees, can be reached through this app. It just sends an adaptive card, um, about your whatever you want to share with a large number of people, be it within a team, be it to a specific group of users, or even to the whole organization itself, right? This can be used in scenarios such as employee onboarding, learning and development, or organization wide broadcasts. Then there's an app called Fact Plus or FAQ Plus, which is a conversational bot, right? That responds to a question from a predefined knowledge base. And when it is not able to find an answer, it engages a human to respond to that question. Then there's a requested teams app, which is a Power Apps application that users can use to request new teams using a wizard-based approach. Also includes the ability to send these requests through an approval cycle before the team is created. You have this app called as incentives, which is a Power Apps app that is designed to incentivize participation of team members, um, in unit or organization level activities. For each activity completed, users are assigned reward points, right? And these points can be um, re- uh, rewarded for completing a set of activities, and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, these are some of the notable app templates. There are a lot of them. There is a complete list available. I've shared the link in my presentation, in this particular slide, so that you can view all the app templates that are available out there. With this, I'm then or I've reached the end of my presentation. Um, I'm now ready to take any questions if anyone has any for that matter. Yeah.
Thanks, Kunal. I didn't see any questions coming in through the chat. Don't know if anybody has any questions just now.
Okay, Adam, thank you for that. Okay, so once again, I thank everyone who joined. I hope you enjoyed the session.
Thank you very much, Kunal. I found it
Yeah.
quite informative. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I don't know if there's a breakout room after this, but if you want to jump in there if there is one, that's great. I don't have the feedback slides, unfortunately, because we had some technical issues with the moderator. Oh, perfect, there it is. So I kind of jumped on last minute alongside with Adam. But yeah, please, everyone, fill in the feedback form for this, and hope you've enjoyed today so far. And I think it's the last session coming up next, isn't it? Cheers all.
Thank you, everyone.